EXPs, what's good? How are you guys doing tonight? It's Jay, your EXP coach. And you know what? YouTube, IG, Facebook, they done killed my vibe. Y'all know I like my music, right? And the fact that I can't play my music, they be hating, you know what? It's a little messed up, but it's all right. We're going to make it do what it do. Hope you guys are doing well and you are enjoying a great start to your week. As always, if you guys got any questions for me regarding experiential marketing, I'm going to be using experiential marketing and event marketing interchangeably tonight. They both mean the same thing. So if you guys have any questions for me regarding event marketing, experiential marketing, anything you guys want me to answer while you have me here on live, now is your chance. All right. So I got a major announcement that I'm going to make, but I definitely want to go back and answer a question that I received from a young lady last week by the name of Whit Lair Lacrosse. Whit Lacrosse. Don't kill me if I butchered it. All right. Whit Lacrosse. But she asked me last week when I went live. She said, I'm not sure if you covered it, but how do you get around the CDLA license part? Just go pay for school and get one, or is there any other way? So I'm guessing she is referring to, and with Lacrosse, if you are live with us tonight, I should have tagged you in this, but if you are live tonight, definitely go ahead and comment and just clarify what you meant by this. But I'm going to go ahead and try to sum it up as best as I can. All right. So she, in my mind, is asking, okay, she's wanting to move up into management roles. She wanted to move up into management positions, but she is seeing that a lot of these positions require a CDLA license. So she is asking, how do you get around not having a CDLA license and being able to manage programs and move into higher paying positions within the experiential marketing industry? Well, Lacrosse, my answer to that is going to be one, your resume, right? It can be done. That's the first thing. I know a lot of EXPs who don't have their CDL-A license who obtain management positions. Now, I am one of them, right? Initially, I was one of them. Let me back up real quick. When I first began in the industry, I did not have a CDL-A license, and I was able to execute 3 tours without having my CDL-A license. 2 of the tours I served in a management position. So I'm here to tell you, as from my personal experience, that it can be done. Now, I will tell you this though, by me obtaining my CDLA license, it catapulted me into different positions quicker. So instead of having to go up the chain and compete with other EXPs who had the same, if not at times more experience than I had, I was able, by me having that CDLA license, I was able to leverage that. Talk about leveraging all the time as an EXP, right? I was able to leverage that and position myself for higher paying positions. So when brands and staffing and account agent, staffing and experiential marketing agencies, right, when they needed an EXP to execute a program which required a large vehicle, or even if they were still in talks, let me make sure I'm live on the group. Okay. Yes. Okay. I'm here. All right. When those experiential marketing agencies were still in talks with their client, right? And they were trying to work through, okay, what type of vehicle will we need? Will we need a vehicle that's more or less than 26,000 pounds? Will we need a box truck? Will we need to create a bigger build out and a bigger footprint? They were able to leverage the fact that I had a CDLA license and say, okay, whether we decide to go in a box truck, a non-CDL-A box truck, because there is a difference between the 2 type of box trucks, or um, whether we need a CDL-A box truck or we don't need a CDL-A box truck, I have someone, or in a lot of my cases, I have a team, because T also has a CDL as well. So I have a team that can manage, execute, drive, and run every aspect of that experiential marketing tour or program. So having that CDL-A license was an asset. It is an asset. And I know so many other EXPs who followed suit after me and obtained their CDL-A license, and they have been able to leverage it to obtain the opportunities that they desire and ultimately obtain and demand the pay that they want being both a CDL-A driver and a tour manager, because even though those roles are separate, you do both of them interchangeably when you're executing a tour. You are the driver. You have to be aware and make sure that you don't compromise your CDL-A license by managing your DOT hours. You have to make sure that you are aware and understand the amount of hours that you need to rest, and also what it is going to require you as far as you executing the event and doing setup and breakdown. So there is a way to get around not getting your CDL-A license. You don't have to get it, but you are going to be competing with other EXPs who are looking to obtain the same management opportunities that you are looking to obtain. So there are different ways, and I talk about this all the time, both here in the group and on my YouTube channel, that you can separate yourself and position yourself as the industry leading expert within the management programs that you desire, even as a brand ambassador, as a team lead, as a product specialist. How you position yourself, how you leverage your skills is so important. And oftentimes it starts with having a great resume, right? And being able to convey your experience in a way which speaks to that account manager or staffing coordinator, because the resume oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes is the first initial point of contact that staffing agencies and account managers have before they actually get you on the phone for an interview. So you don't want to put yourself in a position where you're not being considered for the opportunities that you know you deserve and that you know you're qualified for, because on your external, your outer appearance, your resume or your positioning, how you position yourself, it doesn't speak to the opportunities that you're looking to obtain. So there's ways to work around it, but you're going to be in a bigger pool with other EXPs who are also looking to obtain those management opportunities. And it could make it a little bit tougher and challenging for you to get the management opportunities that you desire. I'm not here to tell you that you can't do it. By all means, you can do it. I was able to do it, and I was able to still leverage my skills and move into the management opportunities. But I'm here to tell you that CDL-A license, it moved me and catapulted me to a different level in the industry. And I get it. A lot of EXPs are not comfortable driving a large truck, right? Some EXPs don't even want to drive a box truck. So I'm not here to tell you to go ahead and get a CDL-A license if you're fearful of hopping in a truck or driving a large vehicle. Don't do it. It's not for you, all right? Everybody who drives large vehicles understand that you have a huge responsibility, all right? And I'm also here to tell you that having your CDL-A license is an asset, because as you guys saw, T and I were able to pivot into the trucking industry and start our trucking company and run our own truck. So it has many different avenues and many different ways in which you can make it work for you. But if that is not you and you do not want to drive a truck, you have no desire to operate, or have the responsibility of being in a large vehicle, don't go and get your CDL for the sake of getting it just to get on tour. All right. There are other ways that you can work around it, and it's all about leveraging and positioning yourself. But I'm gonna give you guys a quick gem, right? A lot of the programs that we do in experiential marketing don't require a tractor trailer. They don't require a truck and a 53-foot trailer. There are some programs, right? It's starting to become a little more common, but for the most part, 85, I'm gonna say 85% of the time, 85% of the time, all right, you're gonna be in a dually F450, you're gonna be in a Ram 2500, pulling a 25, 20 to about 30, 36-foot trailer. All right. And because of the weight of those vehicles, that is why a CDL-A license is needed. Okay. So if you have a big fear of driving vehicles, if you're already doing tours and programs where you're driving trucks and trailers, you halfway there. So what you waiting on? Come on. Go ahead and get that license. The CDL-A license trumps the B license. So if you're already doing this, come on, what you waiting on? All right, it's just going to provide more opportunities and a chance for you to leverage that and position yourself for other things, whether that's in the industry or outside the industry. All right, so that is about positioning. And let me go ahead and read these comments real quick while I got you guys here. What's up, Jamar? How y'all doing? Tell Carmen I said what's good. All right, what he talking about? Yo, finally caught you on again. Yes, positioning is like rebounding. Position yourself before the ball comes off the rim. Facts, they gotta be built for it. Yes, Jamar, firsthand what it takes to have that CDL-A license and what it takes to operate. And him and Carmen are a prime example of how they've been able to position themselves with that CDL-A license, right? And be able to move into having their own business where they move freight as well. Not just freight, but move cars, move all types of stuff, trailers. I mean, they out there doing it. So shouts out to Jamar and Carmen because they are out there killing it. All right, those are my peeps. But let's see, I swear I got my CDL not to drive it vehicles, whether I saw it as a way to create the awareness of having more opportunities available. CDLs open up your pool. That's another level. Game and key. No more free game. All right, all right. I got you, Joy. I got you. All right. But so let me go ahead and go ahead and drop this announcement I got for you guys. So as always, I'm always looking for ways to pour into you guys, right? I talk to you guys all the time about resources, about tips, about ways you can advance in the experiential marketing industry. But what good is all of that, right? If your mental health is suffering, right? If you're not in a good place mentally, right? If you are struggling with mental health, right? And so many EXPs that I know and that I've met over the years, while they love working in this industry, while they love executing events, they are experiencing a mental burnout. They feel like they may not want to execute events anymore. They're dealing with issues, with personal issues or family issues, and how we perceive ourselves, right? And our mentality and how we go about our day to day as event EXPs, as event marketers, as tour managers is so important because your mindset, right, determines your mental health. And your mental health ultimately has a huge effect on your energy. It has a huge effect on your aura. How many of you have been on tour and you just got on site and you were executing an event and the brand ambassador, not the brand ambassador, but the tour manager just had a bad attitude. Everything was a problem. They complained about everything. They did not want to be there. They made mountains out of molehills, right? And you could just tell that they were just mentally checked out, right? And for EXPs who I'm gonna talk to three different people. So let me start from the top. For my tour managers, right? Oftentimes we are constantly on the go. We constantly executing, managing, site checks, meeting with clients, training brand ambassadors, having client calls, having client meetings that we neglect to take care of ourselves and our mental health, right? When we're on tour. And that causes burnout as well. For the EXPs that are struggling to move into those management opportunities, you always questioning yourself. What am I doing wrong? What's up with my resume? Why can't I get called back for opportunity? Dang, he or she over there, they got a management opportunity and they not even as qualified as me. How come they getting the opportunities? Why am I still in this position? Why the bills keep coming but no money's coming in? Right? You questioning yourself, which causes you to have the insecurities, which causes you to feel like you're not doing enough, right? To move into the position that you desire in the industry. And then you comparing yourself, the shadow effect. You looking and you trying to mirror and compare yourself to other people in the industry. That's a big no-no. And then you got the new people, right? The new EXPs, the new event marketers, the new brand ambassadors who come into the industry who's trying to find themselves in the midst of struggling to make ends meet or struggling to find different multiple streams of income or struggling with instability in their life, right? Or you going from job to job, you working a 9 to 5, you don't like your current 9 to 5, you don't want to be there, but you want to do something different, but you don't know what you want to do. You worked a couple brand ambassador events and you trying to find your way, but something's not clicking. Your resume is not working. You're not really enthused about going to work. You just showing up. You on your cell phone all day, but you saying that you want to move into these positions. Are you really checking? Are you really checking your mental, right? Are you checking your mindset at these different positions, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys that it's not challenging, because it is, right? We've all experienced mental health issues or mental health breakdowns within our life, right? And how do you work through those things? How do you rebound from those things? And how you perceive yourself? Because at the end of the day, whether you are an experiential marketing professional, whether you have pivot out of the industry, whether you got your own business, whether you are creating your own version of success, you always got to be prioritizing your mental health and making sure that you are scheduling that time for yourself. So, in honor of that, perception and reality is so important, right? And I've been manifesting and asking for a person in mental health to come on and talk to you guys, because I just don't want to be giving you financial tips, or I just don't want to be giving you things on surface level, right? I want you guys to be thinking beyond the surface so you can prepare yourself for life as you transition in this industry, and if you decide to transition out of the industry. So, yes, this Wednesday, got a very special guest. Her name is Carissa Mitchell, and she's going to be coming on to talk to you guys about mindset, mindset. Why is mindset and mental health is important? Um, how to work through burnout, whether you are a EXP or whether you have a business. This is from my account managers and my staffing coordinators as well. How do you work through burnout, keeping your business operating while staying sane, right? Um, what mental blocks are you facing that's keeping you from obtaining the opportunities that you desire in the industry? Whether that's moving into tour management, whether that is moving into team lead, whether that is moving from brand ambassador to just product specialist, or whether that is just maintaining consistent brand ambassador opportunities. What are those mental roadblocks that you're facing? And how can we work through those, right? And more importantly, the joy, the enthusiasm, the love that you had, not only for executing events, but more importantly, the love for yourself, right? How are you managing that and working through that? So, Wednesday night, here in the EXP Elite Group Live at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to be joined by none other than Miss Carissa Mitchell. She is a health and wellness coach, mental health coach, and she's going to be talking to you guys all things mental health. She's going to be answering the questions I just laid out, and she's going to be taking your questions live. So definitely make sure you guys join us for this very special live discussion. Share this video with any other EXPs, any family, any friends who may be struggling with mental health, because this is extremely important. And make sure you bring your questions for her as well. She's going to be on as long as we need her to talk about mental health and to answer your questions. All right. So let me go ahead and read some of these questions and comments before I get off of here. Amoy, what's up, girl? So proud of you. You killing it. And I just know that the right opportunity gonna present itself. All right. So with that being said, she said mental health is huge. Mosaic Acosta offers free counseling to help deal with mental aspect of transitional space, trying to move up, and just other challenges that come with and impact this kind of work. It's a benefit they offer to all W-2 employees. So for all my EXPs who may be working with Mosaic, they are an awesome company. They do a lot of technology programs for product specialists in the technology and health and beauty space. If you are employed with them, make sure you tap into this benefit by reaching out to your HR person. All right. Also, what Jamar said, off topic, but I love this pink, Jay. Thank you, Jamar. I think I might rock it again. What you think? What you think? All right. He said, his tips for mental health. All right. Exercise, create agenda of consistency, and execute. Yes, that execution can be tough though, right? And that's where the mental roadblocks come, which is where Carissa's going to talk about that on Wednesday. And let's see what else we got. I think that's pretty much it. So if you guys have any other questions, anything you want me to touch on while you guys have me here, go ahead and drop them in the comments. But I just want to say thank you to all the EXPs who have been there. You know, this program, not just program, but this is a community, right? This platform, this group was started to not only assist you guys and transitioning and beginning and moving into the opportunities that you desire within the experiential marketing industry, but to give you guys real life perspective and real life experience from somebody who has been through it. Every aspect, every phase, I'm going to give you guys the information that I have. I want to talk to you and assist you and help you where I can. But if I can't, I have no problem. I'm humble in the way that I'm going to make sure that we find an expert that can come in and assist you guys and help you in the areas in which you see fit. And mental health is always something that we like to skim over, that we don't like to talk about, but it's so important that we tap into it. So um, also with the EXP group, it is a community. So any questions that you have, any topics that you guys want to discuss, make sure that you are dropping them to be actually posted in the group and to be approved. And as long as it meets the group's guidelines, they will be approved and posted, and you'll get feedback from other EXPs. It's so important. Sometimes I always say this, that hearing it from me, it can get redundant at times. So having other EXPs who could come in and drop their knowledge and their insight and their experiences, sometimes you need, that second opinion. T and I've been married for over 8 years, and sometimes he don't listen to me. But if somebody else coming on and say the same thing I said, because it's coming from that other person, he listens. All right. I don't know what it is about that, man. Maybe y'all can help me through that. But it's the same thing with this community. Sometimes you just need to hear from a second, third, fourth person before it resonates. All right. So definitely, guys, don't be afraid to use this group. Don't be afraid to leverage this group. But more importantly, guys, make sure that you are positioning yourself for success. All right. The opportunities are not going to come fly by night, right? They're not going to just be dropped in your hand unless you got some nepotism going on, or somebody that knows somebody. But even then, when you get in that position, you still got to earn and prove why you are able and capable of being awarded that position. All right. So with that being said, just understanding that it's going to take time, and leveraging your skills and positioning your skills is so important. So as I get ready to wrap up, let me read some more comments. Hey, if we welcome the outside opinion as men, then on to good communication. Who is this? Okay, killing me today. I bet it's Jamal. Hey, I knew it was you. You know what, Jamal? All right. If we welcome the outside opinion as men, then you're on to good communication. But y'all should listen to us in the first place. Why we gotta welcome somebody else? Anyways, that's another topic for another day, EXPs. All right. Make sure y'all are here Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with myself and Carissa. T might join us. Who knows? We don't know yet. We're gonna talk mental health as a experiential marketing professional. All right. Y'all be safe out there. Continue to represent yourself, right, with professionalism, and always remember you are a brand within a brand. All right. It's important to make sure that you represent the brand accordingly, but more importantly, represent yourself accordingly. All right. Show up for you. All right. Because you matter and you are important. All right. This is Jay, your experiential marketing coach, signing off. Later.